This is a visualization to visualize your ideal, heartfelt business in which you can serve your community, serve the world, serve humanity in the biggest way possible, bringing your true gifts to bear. I'd like you to find a comfortable position so that you can breathe comfortably and deeply, relaxing your body. Take a couple of deep, slow breaths from the belly, relaxing your shoulders. Feel your feet on the ground. Notice if there's any tension anywhere and let that fall away with each breath. Drawing your attention inward, feeling the breath. Notice if you can feel your heart beating. Now I'd like you to see yourself feeling completely safe, completely taken care of. All your material needs are met. All your emotional needs are met. So that there is no desire for anything that is lacking in your life and in yourself. You have abundant time. You have the skill. And you have the resources. I want you to think big. No limitations whatsoever. As big as you possibly can, even if it seems grandiose. All your needs are met, and there's no desire and no need to get anything for yourself. So you are free to serve the world, your community, your country, the entire world if you wish, by offering your service, your skills, or your product in the biggest way, the most effective way that you can possibly dream of. See yourself doing that. Let your imagination really expand. Don't get hung up on any limiting details. Only think of the possibilities. If you could not fail, what would you want to do? If fear was not an issue, and you could make up your own rules, how would you want to serve the world? What would you want to give to people? What would you want to do for the world? Let go of any idea of personal glory, fame, or fortune. You don't need to get any credit for what you do. Put it in terms of random acts of kindness in which you are doing this behind the scenes or anonymously or under a different name so that you could just purely enjoy the feeling of giving without getting anything back. Let that vision expand. Feel the feeling of it in your heart. Feel the energy of it in your body. Notice the expressions on people's faces as they receive what you're offering. Notice the lives that are changed by the good work that you're doing. Notice how it elevates everything to a higher level. The chain reaction that it creates of spreading goodness from person to person in ever-expanding circles. Take a slow, deep breath, imagining light and energy in the heart. Another deep breath, feeling the body, the feet on the ground. Now we're going to shift into a different dream, a different visualization. And in this visualization, I'd like you to imagine doing your business or a different business, whatever you feel. But now it's completely for yourself, not in a negative way, but in a self-fulfilling, self-focused way. In this world, you're allowed to completely indulge in your own pleasures, your own passion, your own desires. Just as before, there is no possibility of failure. There are no limitations to what you can do, what you can accomplish, what you can receive. Let your mind expand. Let your vision expand as you see yourself doing your business, living your life, and having absolute freedom and lots of fun. Whether that involves lots of other people, or whether it's something solitary just for you alone, doesn't matter. See yourself being joyful, free, creative, and alive. Breathing deeply, feeling vitality in the body, feeling awake, connected to life, connected to yourself in the deepest way possible. Being completely your authentic self. And taking a few more breaths, breathe that feeling in. Feel that feeling in your body. Bring yourself back to the present feeling of being in your body, feet on the ground. And now, I'd like you to take those two visions, those two separate visions of yourself, those two different realities, and imagine bridging the two, melding the two together, merging them into one possibility, in which you can serve both yourself and the world in the absolute highest way possible. Imagine that the two are not mutually exclusive, that there's no competition between the two, no conflict between these two ideals. That by living with integrity and purpose, living from your heart, everything that you give out, everything that you do for others with no attachment to return comes back to you anyway, filling you with a feeling of love, freedom, vitality, and purpose, so that it's an ever-expanding feedback loop of goodness. Notice if you feel any discrepancy, any conflict, any tension around this idea. Notice if there's any part of you that can't allow this coming together of these two possibilities. Without judging it, just be aware of any resistance that you have to any part of this. Make a note of that. Make a mental note of it. And I'd recommend, if there is anything like that, that you write it down in your journal or your notebook. because later we'll be doing some tapping in order to release that, so that you can move beyond that limitation into a much bigger possibility for yourself that allows you to serve in the highest way, the most authentic way, and the most satisfying way, to be successful and happy in the world. Take a couple more breaths. Bring yourself back fully present and awake. And check back soon for the second part of this, in which we will do some tapping and some releasing to cement these ideas and solidify this vision. Thanks for tuning in. Talk to you soon.